Students routinely bring chef's knives to my classes that have been through some awful trauma. They have nicks, they have dents, they have missing tips, they are dull beyond recognition. So today we're going to learn that treating your chef's knife the way you treat your spatula is not okay. Here is the basic principle of knife respect. Your knife should only touch things that are softer than its blade. This means no cutting on glass, ceramic, metal, granite, or any other stone. Say you need to cut a lasagna in a Pyrex dish, or you want to divide a steak on a plate. Use a steak knife or some other dull knife. See, I have this one from my college days, and I keep it nice and dull. It hasn't been sharpened in, I don't know, well, we're not gonna say how many years ago I went to college, but a few. So I'm sure you'll find some dull knife in your house, and that's what you should use to cut on glass and ceramic, not your chef's knife. Wait a second. Don't famous chefs cut on ceramic plates on TV? You know, you're absolutely right. They do. I don't remember whom I've seen cutting an omelette on a ceramic plate. It could have been Jacques Papin or Jamie Oliver. I don't remember. But this is definitely something you will notice if you watch cooking shows. And I can think of a number of reasons why chefs do that. One reason is that professional chefs sharpen their knives very frequently. The ones who use a Japanese stone sometimes do it daily. So in that case, a little run-in with a ceramic plate is not a biggie. Are you going to sharpen your knife daily? If the answer is no, then I'm sorry, but no glass for you. Another reason is that I wouldn't be surprised if the knives that chefs use on TV are not their own knives, but the brands that are sponsoring the show. So in that case, the chefs would care much more about getting that clean, beautiful cross-section of the omelette for the camera than they do about that knife that's not even theirs. So I don't know if you've noticed, but on TV, chefs sometimes don't even wash hands after handling raw meat. They just wipe up on a towel and keep going. Because the flow of the show is much more important than food safety. So, the lesson to be learned here is that just because it's on TV doesn't mean that you should do that at home. No dishwasher. There are 3 reasons for that. Reason number 1 is that it's almost impossible to ensure that your knife will not bang on any other plates, cups, and dishes. And most dishes are glass, ceramic, and metal. Reason number 2 is that the dishwasher detergents tend to be very corrosive, and they gradually chemically eat away the delicate edge of your knife. And reason number 3 is that the hot and wet dishwasher environment will make the wooden handle of your knife split. Maybe not after one wash, but eventually. A dish rack is also a bad place for your knife. Unless it's empty, it's almost impossible to make sure that your knife will not touch any other objects. And by the way, standing up your knife like this on a tip can eventually result in your tip breaking off, which is insanely hard to fix. So stop doing that. For obvious reasons, putting your knife into a drawer with all the other metal utensils is a bad idea. Remember, only touch things that are softer than the blade. A butcher block is a much safer option. You can also use a magnetic strip or a knife tray that goes in your drawer. You can't cut through bones or lobster shells with a chef's knife. That's how you get nicks, and nicks are very, very difficult to fix. If you need to cut through bones, use a cleaver. Cleavers are sharpened at a much wider angle and much more suitable to tough tasks. And if you have to cut out the backbone of a whole chicken, that seems to be a very common task in the kitchen, use kitchen shears. Not only is it safer for your knife, it's also way easier. Scraping the edge of your knife on your board is bad for the edge. I see many people chopping like this. Chop, move the food. Chop, move the food. You don't need to move the food away from you after every slice. It's okay for it to accumulate on your blade. As you keep chopping, the new pieces will push the previous pieces up and off your blade. If things are getting out of hand, stop and swipe the pieces off the blade using your fingers. To move the food off the board, use the back of your knife, not the edge, and wipe the knife on your board, not on your pot. By now, you probably figured out that cutting on glass or granite cutting boards is a big no-no. Your boards should be made out of plastic or wood. But how do you choose a good one? And how do you care for it? That's the topic for next time. If you have any questions or comments that you want me to answer, remember to start them with #RealComment, and I'll get right back to you. This video was brought to you by viewers like you. If you liked it, click here to support my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that little bell button for notifications, and if you're ever in the Boston area, maybe I'll see you in one of my classes.